Greetings, Peanutians, and welcome to another event breakdown video, and only this time we are covering a Maplestory collab. And with this collab comes some free goodies that range from items, buffs, and some purchasable time-limited exclusives for this collab. And per usual, any and all information covered in this video is respective of what was presented in the patch notes and what was shown in-game. Any and all changes and or differences that may differ in my video than they appear in-game may be due to changes, bug fixes, note corrections that may be done by Nexon. So please be sure to keep an eye out on the comment section or the official patch notes linked below if any such changes are noticed by yourself or by others. To get started with the collab event, simply navigate over to the Event Start tab and click on the designated event UI for the Konosuba Collab event. From the UI, you simply need to go through the cutscene, which you can simply do by holding down our favorite button, and that being the NPC chat button. Once you have done that, you will then simply need to get through each of the 4 collab characters' dialogue to proceed to a respective part of the event. Once you're done with that, from there are 4 key highlights that I'll be going over in this video that are simply the following. The first of which is Aqua's Cheer. For Aqua's Cheer, this specific part of the collab event brings with it 2 buffs that will give you either a training buff or a bossing buff. The 2 being called respectively Aqua's Nature's Beauty buff and the Access Power Evangelism time buff. Both of these buffs last a total of 30 minutes each. Also, take note that you can only get these buffs while in either Hennessy's, Leafree, or Nameless Town, and you must be present at the 30-minute mark, though you are still able to claim the buffs if you are simply a little bit late. Though the patch notes does not specify how late you can be, but try to claim it as close to the 30-minute mark as you can for the buff you need. As for when you can get the buffs, Aqua's Nature's Beauty buff, the training one, is given at every even number at the 30-minute mark, and the Access Power Evangelism time buff, the bossing buff, is given at every odd number of the 30-minute mark. Also take note that the odd and even number marks are specific to the in-game timer, not your local time zone. Also, be sure to claim either of the event buff at least once per day, the reason being will be covered at the end of the video. The second event character as part of the event is Megumin's Explosion Magic. This part of the event is simply a daily killing quest that requires you to kill 5,000 mobs per day. Doing so will give you the strongest magic item, and that being the name of said item, not literally being the strongest magic item in-game, so don't let that throw you off, folks. This so-called strongest magic item is an item that when used will deal damage up to 20 mobs. The effect of which will attack every 2 seconds across a 10-second duration for this skill. This skill also gives you an additional EXP from mobs that are killed by this effect. And this item is only obtainable and usable once per day, so be sure to make use of it. The third character of this collab and its part in this event is Darkness's Joyful Sacrifice. To put it simply, this is essentially just a free door scope that can be used once per day. The details of which are the following. Once activated, Darkness's Joyful Sacrifice will fully restore your HP and give you a total of 10 seconds of iframe. This skill can only be used once per day and is reset once the in-game timer has been reset. And as for how the skill activates, this skill activates when you have died in a boss fight. And please take note that this skill activates regardless of the boss mode, be it a real run or in a practice run, so be sure to use it where you intend to. The fourth and last character of this collab and its part of the event is Kazuma's Small Fortune. This part of the event is simply an AFKing quest that is repeatable for a total of 5 times per day. Each of those intervals being a simple 15-minute timer on a setup type item that disappears if you log off with it, so be sure to stay online for the entire 15-minute duration. And once those 15 minutes are up, you will be able to turn in the quest to receive a great gift box item. In it are an assortment of rewards that range from simple potions, trade EXP potions, spell traces, EXP potions, flames, and much more. The highlights from said box are a series of character totems that are akin to the likeness of the collab characters. Take note that those totems acquired from this box are time limited and it will expire in 10 days of obtaining them. The permanent versions are only available via the Philosopher books that are in the cash shop and are only obtainable by using NX or Maple Points. Please also take note that these permanent totems are only available for the regular world and not for Reboot. And lastly, for the collectors of Maplestory, there are a total of 4 medals that can be obtained. For Aqua's medal, you simply need to claim one of her buffs once per day for 10 days total. For Megumin's medal, you need to kill 5,000 mobs once per day for 10 days. And for Kazuma's medal, you need to complete his quest a total of 50 times, which is 5 times per day for 10 days total. And lastly, for Darkness's medal, you need to activate her skill once per day for 10 days total. To do so, you need to simply let yourself get killed in a boss fight, be it a real run or a practice run. Oh, and the last thing I'd like to inform you all of is that if you do not see some of the items from the previous stream or any other promotional announcements or posts on the main site, please refer to the microsite link in the description, as some of the items from this collab may be in part 1 or part 2 of the collab event's cash up update. Hi everyone, Peanut here again. I hope this video helped you understand the details of the event a little better if you're having some questions on this event. Lastly, if you could please like the video and maybe subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated, as I definitely did not forget this collab release was when it was, and definitely did not go to an evening gym session and had to get a bunch of this done at night and then release it in the morning, if not at the afternoon. Nope, I am clearly someone who remembers stuff and plans accordingly. Yep. I am very coordinated and such. Other than that, I have also begun writing out scripts and planning future guide videos for more than just events for Maplestory, such as mechanics, boss guides, and other specifics for Maplestory. My goal in this idea is to cover each and every aspect of Maplestory, so if there's a specific part of Maplestory you wish to have a guide made for, or mechanic to be explained, please let me know in the comments and I'll add it to my queue of videos to make after I finish farming for fragments for my main 6-job progression. Yeah. And with that, I hope to see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!